The Medicine Hat District Growing Project is a project that started in 2000. This is our 19th harvest, and it was set up with that name because we felt we would take in the surrounding area around Medicine Hat as well as Medicine Hat itself, and the proceeds would all go to the Canadian Food Grains Bank. On this crop, most of the material and equipment that is used here is donated. We have been very, very fortunate, and I have maintained that it's a community effort. So we have dealers that supply equipment. Then we have 2 truckers that are trucking the grain to the elevators in Medicine Hat area. We have guys that supply fertilizer, and we have neighbors that do the seeding and spraying. And it's just, it's been kind of a miracle. I think it's a very, very, very good idea for people to come out and be a part of the harvest, because it gives them basic knowledge of what the Canadian Food Grains Bank is doing. It also gives them a chance to see what the project here is doing and how we're spending the money, and it's not being wasted.
I volunteered for the Canadian Food Grains Bank because I, number one, believe in the cause. I was selected to go to a dinner in the fall, and when I went to the dinner, I found out a little bit more about the Food Grains Bank and decided it was something that I wanted to get involved in. I sent an email to their board, and here I am today, volunteering for their harvest production, and will continue to volunteer as needed.
When I got involved in the mid-1980s, the Food Grains Bank was just getting started, and I was very interested in it. So as a result of that, I got to go on a trip to Ethiopia and actually saw how they worked in Ethiopia and countries over there where assistance was being used. And I decided that if I ever found some land that was available, that I would push to see if we couldn't use it for the Canadian Food Grains Bank. In 2000, First Assembly of God purchased a quarter section here, and I talked to them about letting me use it to farm it for the Canadian Food Grains Bank, and they agreed that that would happen, and we have been here since.
I originally became involved, I think, because of the crossover between my interest in farming and my work overseas. I've spent 8 or 10 years of my life working overseas in various countries, and I have been able to see firsthand how these countries need the help. And if there's some way that even city slickers like me can help out in some small way, I'm willing to do it. I don't own a farm, I don't own the machinery, but I can help out, and that's why I enjoy doing it.
This crop helps Canadian Food Grains Bank in the fact that we sell the grain when it goes to the elevator, and cash goes to the Canadian Food Grains Bank. And then they can use cash to buy whatever they need to help in a third world country where there is a shortage of food or whatever they might be assisting with. The way the Canadian Food Grains Bank helps the farmers overseas is they update them on methods of farming by going in and they check and see what the problem is. Then they assist the farmers in getting that problem eliminated, and it may be a different way of farming. And they also work on setting up projects in the area so the farmers can benefit from them being there. And one thing that they have done in a lot of areas is they leave the waste vegetation on the land, so it makes the land hang on to the moisture that is there. It's not We'll clear it off and then dries up and blows away.
We are a very large farming community here. Growth in every area is important, and the Canadian Food Grains Bank needs to have an awareness no matter where they are. So the fact that they're here allows people, especially local people, city people, that maybe don't understand what it's all about. And it's not just the farmers donating, anyone can donate. You can volunteer, your donations are important no matter who you are.
It's an amazing way for Canadians to be involved in helping do something, because world hunger is a huge problem. And my experience has led me to believe that it's a one way that even a non-farm person like me can take part and still feel like you're doing something useful.